What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Figured I'd give you guys a little update video. Since my last project, the cart that I built for the weight bracket. Since then, I painted it. As you guys can see over here, I painted the cart Kubota gray. This is the enamel that they sell. I also drilled my hole before I painted it for the hitch, and I ground down my supports here because before they fit a little bit snug, and now it slides right in, so that's good. So everything is done on this bracket. I just got to go this weekend to pick up some caster wheels. I plan on getting the same type of caster wheels that's on my welding cart, just these small ones like this. I think I'm going to get them at Harbor Freight, and I'll mount them to each corner here, and then this thing will be all set. I will do a video on me actually using this cart so you guys could actually see it in action. I'll slide it in, I'll pin it, I'll drop my weight bracket down on it and kind of roll it around, show you guys how it works. Also, I'm starting another project aside from that push box that I was telling you guys about. This is going to be a tree shear. I was looking at some pictures online of tree shears, and there's really not a lot to it. Pretty much you just got a hydraulic cylinder, you got a cutting edge, you got your main frame, and then you got the blunt area where the cutting edge comes up against to actually cut the wood. And if you guys notice, this is the hydraulic cylinder that I use for my top link. I've decided to take that off and use it for this project instead. One of the reasons being is we're going into winter, and I'm really not going to have any rear attachments on there, so I hate to see this hydraulic cylinder just sit there all winter long not being used. Also, it's not the exact right cylinder for a top link. I've got a little bit of travel loss going backwards, or going down I should say. So I don't have quite as much angle as I would like, even though it would work. I might as well use this cylinder for this project and then just buy a actual top link cylinder for my hydraulic top link, you know, in the spring. So you can kind of see here how this is going to work. The cylinder is going to retract, and as it retracts, it's going to open the blade, and then as it closes, it's going to close the blade. And I'm hoping it should have enough hydraulic force to cut a 4-inch tree. I probably wouldn't want to go any bigger than that with the little Kubota BX anyway. So I'd be happy if I can do 3- and 4-inch trees and cutting branches and whatnot like that. But that's pretty much going to be it. I still got to get some steel. I was waiting till this weekend, till I got my paycheck, so that I can go and buy all of the steel at once for both the push box and this. Because when I figured out all the steel that I was going to need for the push box, it ends up being just under like a full sheet of steel. So the extra steel that I'm going to get from that full sheet is actually going to go to this project here. I'll probably work on this first since it's a smaller project, and then once I get this done, I'll start on the push box. I just looked at the weather forecast, and it doesn't look like there's any snow in sight. So I'm not too, you know, in a rush about getting the push box done. I'd like to get this done first, see if I can cut some trees, and then we'll do the push box after. So that's that. Now that you guys are up to date, after I finished that cart I made, I had a tree fall from a windstorm. So over here, as you can see, this is what's left of the tree. The tree was pretty big. It actually ripped off of here, and I'm glad it didn't hit the shed, which is right here, or my Harbor Freight shed over there, because the tree came really close. It was pretty big. Came all the way down to the edge of that fence right there. So it fell, and once it fell, I looked over and I seen all these bees swarming, and I realized that there's a bunch of honeybees that were in the stump of this this tree because it was rotted out in the center. So I pretty much cut it up from this end downward, and as I got closer to the stump, I got as far as I could until the bees started attacking me. Here, let me try to get you in a little closer to see all the bees. So that whole tree is pretty much hive. I had a beekeeper come, and he removed a lot of the beehive that was in this section here, but at that point I did not have the rest of the tree cut up yet, so he didn't know how far up it went. I asked him if he wanted to come back and get the rest of the bees and the honey that's in here, and he does not. There's another bee chasing me. So what I'm gonna end up doing is just dragging this out back. I don't want my dog to get stung or anybody else to get stung that's near my property. Because when it's warm out, I mean, there is literally like a swarm in my backyard. So I got to get rid of this stump today. So what I think I'm going to do is lag bolt like a D-ring on the end here and pick it up with my 3-point hitch and kind of skid it down to the back of the woods there. That's the only way I can really do it without disturbing these bees, because if I lift up to try to get a chain under it, I know they're all going to come out like crazy. So I think if I just get a couple lag bolts in there and get the D-ring mounted, I could just chain it and get it out of here. The bees are not in these stumps. I stopped cutting when I finally realized where the bees stopped at, and then I stopped cutting because they came out like crazy, and I couldn't even get back here to take the rest of these stumps that one night. So I want to get that dragged, and then another thing I want to do is I'd like to finally finish up what's in my backyard here. I've had this pile of fill This came out of the alleyway over here when I did that alleyway job, where I put that weed fabric down and put some gravel down in between my shed and the fence here. So that's left over. I'd like to get it in a low spot in my yard over here. I don't know if you guys remember the video. It was like 7 videos ago when I graded the hillside over here with my tractor, and I said the following day I was going to come out here with you guys and I was going to spread the rest of this topsoil here from what I graded off this hill, because it was all humped up here and I graded it flat, and then I was going to spread this out in this low spot here. Well, things picked up and side work went crazy and I had a bunch of jobs to do, and I just never made it back out here. I felt really bad because I told you guys I'd be out here the next day, and I just got caught up doing all these side jobs. But now I have some time, so I'd like to just get this spread out. It ain't got to be perfect because winter's coming anyway, but I'd like to spread this out through this low spot here. This is where that drainage pipe is that I put in, so I'd like to get a little bit more fill on top of it. There's also a low spot right here, pretty good low spot, so I want to get some fill in here. I might use that dirt that's up there and put that in this low spot right here. So I think that's going to be the plan, at least if we can get this spread before winter. I'm not going to have a mess come springtime. So gonna work on that. I guess the first thing we'll do is we'll get that stump taken care of. I'll lag bolt that D-ring on there, and we can see if I get stumped. So what I got here is a D-ring and a big lag bolt. Hopefully this will hold. That's pretty much all I got. Yeah, they're not very happy with me. They're swarming now. Yeah, they're pissed. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. Here's the piece that I cut off to expose all the bees. You can see there's a little hive on here. rest of that tree. Aside from all the brush, I'll show you guys where the brush is at after I dump this. So here's where all that brush is from that tree. I was actually able to fit that entire tree on my trailer, and then I hauled down here with my Kubota. All the brush was on top, so what I did was just roll it off the trailer. And what I want to do now is use the Kubota to push it all off this ravine right here. Now we can get back up at the house and start spreading the rest of that dirt up. All right, guys, well, that turned out all right. Wasn't a whole lot of material, but that didn't turn out too bad. Got that big divot filled. Real happy about that. It was always a big problem. When I was coming down here with the tractor, it would hit that when I was mowing. It'd feel like you'd want to roll over. So this whole hillside is looking much better now. I'll come down here so you guys can see what it looks like. So I got all that taken care of. Filled it out in that lowest spot right there. And now you can see this entire hill looks nice and flat. This used to be all humped up till I graded it. I will put a link up here in the corner, both at the beginning of this video and at the end right now. So if you guys want to see the video of me grading this hillside here, I will link it so you guys can see that, so you know kind of how I got to where I got here. But yeah, this turned out much better. Like I said, I just really wanted to spread it out before winter so that I didn't have a mess come spring. So now it's spread out, and come spring I can get some more fill in here and kind of straighten it out a little bit better and throw some seed down, and this should look really nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it wasn't a very long one, but figured I'd do a little update video for you guys. Maybe even this weekend I could put another video out building that tree shear. Really excited. I got a lot of trees over here that I can test it on out in the back of the woods here. It'd be really nice to have a tree shear. And now I finally got a third function kit. I could actually use something like that, so that would be really nice. I also have a stump grinder project that I want to build as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to that this winter. I'd like to. If you guys got any other ideas of simple projects to build, let me know. Leave it in the comments below, and I'll check them out and see if I can get them built. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, we'll see you guys in the next one.